by the sea. And in each house lived a lady of great nobility. There was laughing Edith of ecstasy, Edith so happy and gay. There was smiling Catherine of compromise, she smiled her life away. And then there was Alice of hazard. A dangerous life led she. When not indoors, involved with chores, Alice was up a tree. By day these ladies kept house, but often while stitching or cooking, Edith and Catherine would gaze out to find Alice up a tree, looking. Both Edith and Catherine kept silent concerning this strange, lofty feat. Mere mention of Alice out on a limb would be, they both felt, indiscreet. Now music was much in these three ladies' lives. Edith plucked at a lute. Catherine bowed an old cello string. And fiercely, Alice played flute. Evenings down by the shore, these ladies gathered together. They played chamber works at a mad musicale, depending on suitable weather. Midnight, when all were played out, off Alice would go to brew tea, while Catherine and Edith politely would chat and watch the moon light up the sea. Sometimes, when left quite alone, Edith and Catherine would question the reason why Alice might take to a tree. Each had a different suggestion. Guessed Edith, it may be she dislikes the ground, though that seems too strange to be true. Said Catherine, though Alice may feel quite held down, climbing trees is an odd thing to do. One Thursday night they were chatting while Alice was off at her task. Said Edith, to puzzle is foolish. About this tree matter, let's ask. On this moonlight night, Alice heard them and said as she poured out her brew, you're troubled at finding me up in a tree? To speak the truth, I'm troubled too. Tell the truth, it's not easy not to have feet on the ground. It's hard to sit perched on the branches, especially those thin and round. It's hard to hold on when the wind blows. The sun, though it's warm, strains the eyes. Oh, I love the blue sky, but I'm damp when it rains, and often I'm troubled by flies. But alas, I am driven up into that tree to search and to scan the wide sky. I'm looking out there for a bird I saw once, who sang to me as he flew by. Oh, a beauty he was, so fine and so wild that I leapt up to herald his worth. And only the sound of his singing can bring me once more down to earth.
Oh, Alice, said Edith of Ecstasy, how silly to be in a stew. Well, we both own birds in cages who sing pretty songs. Pray, let us lend them to you. Well, then Catherine of Compromise added her voice. Caged bird is better than none. You could sit by the shore with 2 birds at your side. Compared to a search, that's more fun. Alice considered their offer. It seemed to be wonderfully sound. How good it would be to give up that tree and place her 2 feet on the ground. So next morning, just before sunrise, when white caps rode high on the tide, from their houses came Edith and Catherine. Each carried a bird at her side. Both the birds and the ladies were chirping. They were singing a bright, ancient round. When they knocked at the door, Alice joined them in song. Oh, they made quite a glorious sound. Then, at the moment of sunrise, when the round reached a suitable end, Edith and Catherine gave Alice the birds, hoping to please their strange friend. The next days passed by very quickly. Alice deserted her tree. She stayed in her house and she never looked out. Though Wednesday, she walked by the sea. Both Edith and Catherine were pleased with their scheme. It seemed to be working so well. Alice was brought down to earth once again, as surely as either could tell. On Thursday, it happened. While dusting and checking the larder, Edith and Catherine gazed out to find Alice aloft, looking harder. The 2 kindly ladies were startled, and they cried out in hearty despair, "Oh, Alice! Oh, what is the matter? Why are you up in the air?" But Alice was looking beyond them, as often she'd looked there before.